It was just another WhatsApp advert in one of the groups I belong to. Farm for sale, 650 hectares, title deeds available, 99% arable flat land suitable for all crops, and going for a whooping 2.2 million US dollars. And guess what I did? Exactly what I think most of you would have done. I ignored this advert. Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? This is out of my league. I don't have a fraction of the funds that are required. It would just be a dream if I even entertained the idea that I could do something about this. This is way too big. And guess what? This is the difference between extraordinary achievers and people like you and me who are ordinary or mediocre achievers. Hello, welcome to the Half Hour with Jonah Mungoshi. And today I would like you to go bigger. Any growth you initiate in your life starts by you thinking bigger than you already are. Any growth you initiate in your life in terms of your knowledge, your skills, your contribution, your impact in the world starts by you thinking and acting bigger. So the question is, how much bigger are you thinking? In the past 6 months, nay, in the past 12 months, what is it that you have done in terms of growing, particularly in terms of your knowledge, your skills, your contribution, and your impact in the world? There's a big difference, a marked difference between the way you and I think and the way extraordinary achievers think. And I have absolutely no doubt that when we adopt more of the mindset of the characteristics of extraordinary people, we also become relatively more extraordinary in our lives. So I'm talking to you if you aspire to be more, do more, achieve more, as you move on this continuum towards applying and benefiting from all the talents that God has given you, developing those talents and making sure you use them optimally. So what are the main differences? Well, the differences I've found are as follows, and I'll share 6 of them right here, right now. 1, daring, just daring to think you could do it. Because if you think you can't do it, you've already been defeated before you enter the field of battle. So being daring means that you stand a chance. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Number 2, calculated risk. Extraordinary achievers take calculated risks. They don't just dive in like someone who is blind, who is gambling. No, they look at the situation, they do their calculations, they figure out what are the odds, what are the chances, what is the probability of winning or losing. So they take calculated risks. They don't avoid risks completely, but they don't take gambling risks. Number 3, they are bigger than their problems. And this is probably the biggest one. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's complaining about something or the other. But guess what? Most of the ordinary or mediocre achievers are actually worried about small things. They major on minor things. Now, extraordinary achievers can take on big problems, whereas you are fussy and worried about employing 1 or 2 people and their needs and wants. Extraordinary achievers are dealing with 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, plus the wives and the children. And all this is on their shoulders. So they are bigger than their problems. When your problem is bigger than you, or when your problem is overwhelming, you are playing small, okay? You're playing small. Number 4, they have a possibility mindset. A possibility mindset means that when you encounter a situation, particularly a problematic situation, a challenge, you ask yourself, how can I do this? What can I do? It's amazing the answers that your mind can come up with because you've been gifted with what is called creativity. It's one of the major human endowments. God gave us that capability to dream possibilities, to dream of situations that would resolve our challenges. But most of us, when we encounter situations that are challenging, we don't respond with questions. We respond with statements like, I can't do this. This is impossible. Or if it's questions such as, why is this happening to me? Why am I so unlucky? But extraordinary achievers will respond with a question such as, how can I do this? And you'll be amazed at what your mind can come up with when you develop that muscle of creativity and you exercise it and you make sure that it is optimally developed. Number 5, They understand scaling up. They understand numbers. They understand what it means to provide your service to 10 people or to 100 people or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000. So they understand scaling up. And you need to think about scaling up right now. How could you 10x what you're already doing? How could you make sure that the services you're offering, the products you're offering are reaching 10 times more people than you're currently reaching? And it starts with a thought. It starts with doing exactly what I'm asking you to do right now. Because there's absolutely no way that you'll just wake up one morning and your business has grown from serving 100 people a month to 10,000 people a month without you having done something about it. And number 6, the last one, they're usually driven by a cause. It's not just about the money. It's not just about fame and fortune. It's a cause. There's something an ideal that they believe in strongly, and that gives them the fuel, the energy to continue. They have tenacity when the going is tough, when the odds are scaled heavily against them, when their backs against the wall. They find the fuel from deep down within them because of the belief that they have, because of that ideal, that cause that they stand by. So are you one of those people who want to be more daring, who want to take more calculated risks, who wants to be bigger than their problems, who wants to develop a possibility mindset, who wants to understand scaling more, and wants to be more driven by a cause? If you dare and you're one of them, let me see you on the other side as we go bigger.